It's good to have you on the show once again, Atanas. Now, the East African community, do you still believe that the community is moving on well as it ought to?
Yes, I would say it is.
Okay.
It is on the right track because if you look at the big picture, I think it is still standing.
Now, there are those who would tell you that maybe it's easy for the big guys to trade across borders and not the individuals, the common man. Because, I mean, you see the likes of KCB, Equity Bank, and other big players, roofings, they can easily, trade across borders. But for the average wananchi, it's still a little hard. I mean, to go and do business in Kenya, if you're Kenyan, to do business in Uganda and Tanzania and vice versa. What do you say about that?
You see, there are many protocols that form up the East African community. And I think to us as the man and the markets, our major focus is the common market protocol. Now, the common market protocol of East Africa is shaped mostly, I can say, by 6 pillars. Okay? These combine 4 freedoms and then 2 rights. The first freedom is the free movement of labor. You have the free movement of capital. You have free movement of goods and services. And then you have a right to establishment and right of residence, among others. To me, so far it is only the interruption of where there is free movement of goods and services, where there is a problem. Because if there is a border closure and the goods are not moving, that's where we have a challenge.
No, but someone will tell you that today, I, Charles, may not find it easy to go and start working in Tanzania.
Yes.
To go and start working in Kenya.
Yes.
And maybe even it may apply this to a Kenyan who is seeking employment here.
Yes, but Charles, you see, implementation of a protocol, because actually I wanted okay, let me first answer you that, but then I will go back to the previous question.
All right.
You see, implementation of a protocol is phased. Now, you cannot, unfortunately, politics tends to look at the common man and they forget that actually before you reach the common man, you first satisfy the big man. What do I mean? Right now, there are East African companies, the big ones, that are enjoying the common market.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sure the roofings of this world and the other manufacturers, they're enjoying that. Now, there are also 15 sectors of concern within the common market. And some of these, there are 15, we may not mention all of them, but I'll talk about, for example, you have infrastructure, you have you have trade and tourism, you have health, you have education and science, and many others. Now, at least if you look at, for example, the directive by the president to charge East African students the same amount of money across the board, there is some level of implementation within the ESC, and I think it is being done in the institutions of learning. Now, how does the common man benefit in that? It means the common man is able to take their child within the ESC and they study at the same rate. In other words, now you can acquire diverse of skills. But again, on one hand, I will agree with you. Why? These areas, the 15 sectors, to work properly, you must commonize rather than individualize. It is the issue of dependency. What does Uganda get from Rwanda? Other than having the inclination of being a fair African and probably a few relatives that we share. Other than the few intermarriages we have with the Tanzanians. What else do we need? We all have the same raw materials. Almost we have the same kind of expertise. So if you created, for example, previously, you used to have people who are doing architecture, surveying going to Nairobi. You used to have people doing law going to Dar es Salaam. And you used to have people doing engineering coming to Uganda. And medicine. Those kind of centers of excellence is what would create dependency.
Let's come back to what is happening now in the community. Of course, where we are, you know, we covered the customs union. I think that came out well. We now have a number of one border stop points.
Okay.
Then we had the common market. That was fair. Now, the aspiration is to have a monetary union and ultimately political integration. Do you still see this happening in the near future? Let's say 3-5 years from now. Or happening at all?
You see, there are always two things in politics I can say. There is always the face value and the intrinsic value. Just like money. It is one thing to have the face value of something, but if it lacks the intrinsic value, then it is useless. So we can talk about these things extrinsically, they will happen. In fact, at one time we can even have one political leader. But that does not mean it will remove the inner blocks within us unless we work on the basic infrastructure that is necessary to create the big picture. Like what we said, for example, if you created the centers of excellence, automatically labor will move. Because these scientists, they will move within these centers. Automatically. You don't need now to begin saying, me I'm going. No. They will go with their families. These people, they will need, even our maids would automatically travel. Because they will have Baganda, they will have Bachiga in those countries who need them. So it will become automatic, but you must work on the intrinsic value rather than the extrinsics.
On that note, thank you very much, Atanas.
You're welcome.